Atlus, a name you've probably heard of in the past few years recently in the gaming industry, huh? You know, the guys who make the pretty big boy RPGs like Persona? Yeah, I never heard of them either. Anyway, after working on their big hit game Persona 4, they decided to branch off and kind of experiment a little bit while transitioning to HD consoles. Moving from RPGs and trying something a bit different, Atlus released Catherine on July 26, 2011 for PS3 and Xbox 360. This game calls itself an unconventional romantic horror, but I would call it more of a puzzle dating sim.
Now, grab a snack and enjoy the strange tale of Catherine.
The game has brilliant presentation with its 2D animated FMV cutscenes, as well as its 3D cel-shaded animation that is later used in Persona 5. Maybe it's the Jet Set Radio and Wind Waker in me, but I love cel shading in any game's art style and aesthetic. I go apeshit for that hot piece of ass. In this beautiful little game, we play as Vincent Brooks, a lazy goofball that is always lacking in, well, everything really. In this story, he's contemplating marriage with his longtime girlfriend, Catherine, with a K. Trust me, that's pretty important. She's pressuring him to finally tie the knot. Vincent is fine with how life is going for him at the moment and doesn't want much to change, which makes him feel torn by the indecision. One night at the Stray Sheep, the bar he frequents every night with his buddies Johnny, Orlando, and Toby, he meets a mysterious girl named Catherine, with a C, and he accidentally has an affair with her. Yes, accidentally.
Throughout the course of the game, during the daytime you visit the Stray Sheep, where you can converse with your friends, order drinks, play a mini-game, but most importantly, try to manage your relationships with Catherine and Catherine. Each night, Vincent falls into the nightmare realm that deals with him climbing a large tower of blocks, which is the main focus / gameplay for the game. This is where the puzzle solving comes in, as the player has to move around the blocks to climb to the top of the tower in whatever methods possible to escape your hellish sleep. It's not easy though, as there are many obstacles in the way, such as exploding blocks, selfish sheep who will literally push you to get ahead, and even some terrifying bosses. There are many interesting methods that you'll learn while climbing, leading to many different ways of escaping. Vincent can actually move faster during the night as a result of drinking alcohol while you're at the bar. And hey, you'll get a bunch of fun facts as well, which is a nice touch. In between each stage of the night, the landings serve as a sort of safe spot for you to converse with your fellow surviving sheep. Did I forget to mention you're a sheep in your dreams?
These sheep happen to look very similar to the patrons you've met at the bar. If you pay attention to people you've met there, you can actually find out what is going on in their lives and learn why they appear in the dreams with you. And it's quite interesting learning about these characters' stories as you go along. If you want them to survive the hellish nights with you, you need to encourage them and help them through their troubles, or else they will eventually die. Another big mechanic of the game is the alignment meter, which guides you to one of the 8 endings you can get that are based on the game's 3 central narratives.
This meter leads you towards chaotic or law, and you can influence your judgment by answering questions between stages, texting Catherine and Catherine while at the bar, and how you decide to converse with the bar's other patrons during the day or during the night. Basically, it judges your morality, and you end up finding out more about yourself throughout it. It even lets you see what other players' choices were. Such an interesting game mechanic that I always enjoyed seeing.
The game has so much symbolism and theming in its writing and narrative that it's almost impossible to miss. Catherine deals heavily with themes of commitment, relationships, love, and maturity. The covers for the game give the impression that the game is shallow and vapid, mainly about having sex with women, and that its gameplay is meant to give the player some form of pleasure. However, never judge a book by its cover, because the game is quite the opposite, as the gameplay is seen as a sadistic horror and spins the impression on its head throughout the game's narrative and is much more self-aware than you would think. The game avoids the concept of good and bad and replaces it with themes of chaos and order through your decisions. Catherine never seems to discourage you for or shame you for the decisions you make, not even the ending you pursue, and considers all possibilities in a manner that seems justifiable, except for that one ending where you meet the king of the underworld and Vincent.
Spoilers!
The performances by the voice actors are amazing, as you have most of the cast from Persona 4 in here like, Kanji, what the fuck you doing here? You the best, bud.
Seriously, stop yelling about cheating and shit. I think someone on Mars didn't quite hear you.
Holy shit, the wardrobe malfunction was mine!
And Yosuke, baby, I love you, bro. Come here and give me a smooch.
Holy shit, no way! What the hell? What were you thinking, putting that on a plate and calling it?
In Chie?
You jerk! You don't even care how I feel! Hey boss, more champagne, let's go!
You ain't seen nothing, okay? Yes.
Nate, you're missing the most important one. Hello? Akihiko from Persona 3, of course.
Come on, how do you know that? Damn it, I'm still not over that business in Yakushima.
How could you forget Best Boy?
But man, let's talk about this soundtrack. It's definitely one of the best video game soundtracks out there. The score has this jazzy and classical feel that it's just incredible. It's one of the chillest soundtracks I've heard, and I constantly listen to it while I'm relaxing. Favorite tracks of mine include Lamb Game Between Male and Female, It's a Golden Show, and also Scratchworks.
Catherine is a game that I think everyone should play at least once, even if you aren't a fan of puzzle games. When I first heard of this game, I wasn't too interested, to be honest. But after hearing many people rave about it and getting to know the story a bit more, I decided to give it a shot, and I am so glad that I did. I absolutely love how it challenges your brain, whether it be through the various stages where you must come up with a strategy, or by questioning your morals on what you think is the best route to take as Vincent.
When the game released, it was met with fairly positive reception, getting good scores all around, being noted for its art direction, story, and style. It's actually a great time to be a Catherine fan, as the game just recently saw a PC release on January 10th, 2019, titled Catherine Classic. Catherine got some huge recognition in Persona 5 as DLC costumes for the cast of the game. The biggest news, however, is that Catherine is getting a brand new remaster for PS4, titled Catherine Full Body. It is going to include a few tweaks and additional scenarios, as well as a new third heroine character, Catherine. Yes, they really got another Catherine, but with a Q. The game is coming this February in Japan, with an eventual Western release sometime soon after. So, if you were ever interested in the game, it's definitely relevant now more than ever. You should definitely get into it. The game is crafted by absolute geniuses, and I implore you to give it a shot, as you may fall into a hole where you play nothing but that for a week, like we did.
We definitely recommend this game to those who love a good story and challenge, as Catherine will definitely give you that and more. Just make sure to bring a comfy pillow.